Hey everyone. Sorry, it's a little bit dark here because it's nighttime here in Spain. It's 7 o'clock at night. So today I am talking about because it's winter time. It's winter time. I know a lot of us are like feeling down. We're really depressed because we're not riding as much as we want. The weather is terrible. Today, even here, it's usually super beautiful so far here in January. But today was like super windy and crazy weather. So then it started raining. So I get it. I get it, you guys. And that is why today I wanted to swoop in and make this video about the worst thing you can do this winter for your writing goals. And I say it's the worst thing, but then I have like 6 bullet points of notes here. So maybe it's like 6 worst things. Okay. So 6 worst things that you could do this winter for your writing goals. Before I get into that, because we're talking about the weather. Okay, today here in Spain was like super windy and a little bit rainy. I want you to comment right now what kind you have. Okay, wherever in the world you are, maybe it's muddy, maybe it's rainy, haily, snowy. Comment, comment, comment. And I'm just gonna keep an eye on the chat because you guys are commenting live, or if you're watching the replay, I want you commenting, commenting, commenting. Okay, so the worst thing you could do this winter for your writing goals. Again, I have 6 bullet points on my notes here, so I'm just gonna dive right in. The number one worst thing you can do is to stop writing completely. Okay. And I know that this is a hard one because some of you guys, depending on where you are in the world, some of you guys, I'm not going to lie, your weather is bad. But the worst thing that you can do in the winter is actually stop riding completely. Yes, I get it. Sometimes it's genuinely bad weather in the sense of it's unsafe to ride. Okay. I don't want you to go riding in a tornado or in a hurricane. That's not what I mean. But oftentimes we actually could ride and we make that conscious decision not to because we just don't feel like it because the weather's not that nice. Yeah. The great thing about bad weather is that it doesn't last forever. Okay. So the worst thing about weather is actually our mindset. Okay. And I'm not talking about hurricanes or tornadoes or earthquakes. Okay. I'm not talking about the unsafe situations, but I'm talking about normal winter scenarios here. Okay. The worst thing is actually our mindset because we have to convince ourselves, like, oh man, I have to wear thermals and I have to wear extra layers. I have to wear a rainproof poncho, or oh, I have to, like, whatever. It's really easy to convince ourselves that it's just so much easier to stay inside and watch Netflix or something when it's muggy outside. Okay. So we have to actually make that conscious decision to ride in the winter, whereas in the summer, like, it's effortless. It's a no-brainer. Like, I'm in the barn, right? So the worst thing you can do, stop riding. Number two, not having a plan or a goal to work towards. This is another terrible, terrible mistake that I see all the time. It's really hard to convince ourselves, especially on these really bummy weather days, to go to the barn. But have a or you have a goal that you're working towards, suddenly it's not just a ride that you're skipping. Suddenly you're skipping out on that week's training plan. You're skipping out on your fitness goals. Okay, I see somebody just commented, I need to stop being lazy and get in shape. So if you procrastinate one day, you're now setting your goal to the side, and you're making it really hard for yourself to achieve that goal. So, having a goal or a plan which you're working towards, maybe it's you sign up for a horse show the first day of spring. Okay. The first day of spring, you paid the entry fee. You don't want to lose that money. You already paid it. Yeah. So having a plan or a goal of something that you're working for, even if it's just a schooling show, but you've committed to it, you've paid money, on day one of spring, you have to be ready for that show. Then it's really hard for you to flake out on yourself because you now have a commitment and you have a milestone and you have something which is pushing you to achieve that thing. Okay, so that's point number two. Riding in the rain. Ooh, see? There you go. Christian and I, we rode our 2 horses across Ireland, and rain, if we weren't gonna ride every time it rained in Ireland, let me tell you, we weren't gonna get very far. Okay, our goal was to ride from the south to the north. It hailed on us. Okay, we were on our horses and it hailed on us. It rained a lot. Apparently, it rains a lot in Ireland. So, yeah, riding in the rain, riding, okay, maybe not in the hail. That one wasn't fun. But yeah, like, wear the clothes, wear the ponchos. We got to get on with it. We're equestrians. Okay, bullet point number 3 of my notes. And again, I'm talking about the worst things you can do this winter for your riding. Number 3, I don't know if you guys know this. There's 12 months in a year. Okay, if wherever you live, winter is 6 months, okay, that means you only have 6 months of riding. That's not a very good plan, like if you have goals to achieve. Okay, so who here thinks that 6 months a year riding is enough to achieve the riding goals that you want? Be realistic. Right, example is, let's say you're at first level dressage, you want to get to level 3 dressage. Do you think 6 months is enough time to accomplish that and give your horse 6 months of rest? Like, realistically? Yeah, no. Yeah, good answer. Okay, if you're only riding in the summertime, okay, you're only riding 6 months out of the year because that's when the weather's nice. Well, that's not enough time to achieve even, like, not amazing goals, like even normal riding goals. Okay, to go from first to second level, you're probably going to need more than 6 months. Okay, to go from first to third level, you better take advantage of the whole 12 months. Okay. Ooh, sorry about that. So we can't just set aside 6 months of the year to not ride. Okay, it's not a very good strategy if you are a goal-oriented, ambitious equestrian, which I know you guys are, because you're in the Facebook group called literally the International Equestrian Helping Ambitious Riders, blah, blah, blah. Okay? You're ambitious. Comment down below, I'm ambitious. Okay. Oof, I don't know what it is that I swallowed. Okay. So, again, talking about there's 12 months in a year, I want to break it down for you. Okay. And again, this is from kind of the coach's standpoint. So, for example, using that scenario of you're at first level, you want to get to third level dressage. Okay. Whatever your riding goals are, will apply the same concept. So, realistically, if you do not have a sticky butt, okay, if you do not have that rider foundation, that riding fundamentals, correct muscle memory, all these things that I do in the sticky butt boot camp, okay, realistically, you're not going to be able to achieve level 1 to level 3 until you've gotten a sticky butt. Okay, so my sticky butt boot camp takes 90 days. So if you're not riding for 6 months because of winter, and then you're dedicating 3 months for sticky butt, okay, that means you actually only have a window of 3 months to achieve your horse riding goals. Okay, so yes, a year, 12 months, it sounds like a long time. But actually, realistically, when you're breaking things down and you're having that plan and that structure, you can see, well, actually, it's only 3 months, right? Because 3 months is sticky butt. I can't get my riding goal, but sticky butt, that's 3 months. But then I'm not riding for 6 months, 3 months, January, February, March, that's winter time. And then October, November, December, that's winter. I'm not riding then either. So that means you're only giving yourself a 3-month window to try and achieve the impossible. And then you wonder every year why you're not reaching your riding goals. Okay, why you're frustrated, why you're overwhelmed, why you're feeling like you're not a very good rider. Okay, it's not that you're not a good rider. It's that you're skipping the important step, which is get a sticky butt first. Okay, once you get a sticky butt, all bets are off. You can do anything you want. But if you don't have that sticky butt, you have to break it down. Okay, there's 12 months in a year. If I don't ride this month, that month, this month, this is how much time I have left. This is the goal I want to do. Okay, and that's why goal setting, I talk about it so much, you guys. That's why goal setting is so important. Having a training plan, having a map. Okay, that's why I do that for my clients. That's the first thing that I do. I'm like, what's your goal? What's your goal? Because I need to break it down. I need to know, where do you want to be 6 months from now? Where do you want to be 12 months from now? And then I map out that training plan for you because it's my actual literal job. Okay. I'm ambitious. Woo. Getting a horse fit. A bug. Okay. Moving on to bullet point number 4. This is a big one. We all do it. I'm guilty of this sometimes. It's called procrastination. Okay? Did you ever hear that? Like, procrastinators unite tomorrow. Okay? Procrastination. We all do it sometimes. I am a big one. I procrastinate anytime I need to book like a dentist appointment or a doctor appointment. I'm a big procrastinator. I'm like, ooh, I'm super busy this week. Ooh, I can't go to the doctor. Super busy. Okay, I'm so bad at procrastinating when it comes to my health, which is stupid. I shouldn't, right? Because I'm an athlete. Like my health is my priority. I need my health so I can go ride horses. I want to ride horses when I'm 90 years old. Who here wants to ride horses when they're 90 years old? Like I do. So I should prioritize my health. But sometimes I procrastinate when it comes to these doctor's appointments and things because I don't like it. Okay? Same. Yeah. So procrastination. Um, Here's the thing. I like to give my horses 1 or 2 months in the winter. I do. I like 2 months to be horses, maybe even a couple weeks, even randomly throughout the year, specific to winter, maybe in the summertime. My horse did a really good job with such and such. They've been having really intense training plans, so I'll give them a week off. Okay, so it's not necessarily winter specific. I like to give my horses some time in the winter or wherever it is to go and be horses. Okay, I think it's important for them. I think it's really nice for them to be in a herd environment with other horses and just kind of hang out, do horsey things, and not be asked anything. Okay, I really like that. But after that, okay, after your month of horsey time or a week of horsey time or however long it is you want to give them, after that, it's time to work. Okay, it's time to get back into work. The more that you procrastinate your riding goals, the more that you're like harming your horses as well. Because think about their fitness. If you let them sit in the field for 2 months and then you pull them from the field and then all of a sudden you're riding them around every day, they're going to get sore. They're going to get sore. Maybe they'll go lame, okay, because they're not fit. Yeah, they can get injured easier. Okay, so actually giving them too much time and not getting them back into work and not doing things correctly is more harmful for your horses than had you just kept them in work throughout. Okay, so procrastination. Some of you guys are procrastinating doing sticky butt right now. Okay, some of you guys, I saw you. I was like, hey, let's do sticky butt. And some of you, you're like, nah, but the weather's bad. The weather's bad? Hang on a second. Because the weather's bad, does that mean you don't wear a seatbelt when you drive? Are you like, nah, I'll wear a seatbelt, in springtime because the weather's bad right now. I'm not going to wear a seatbelt right now. I'm going to wait till spring. Like, it doesn't make any sense because this is a safety thing. Saying, oh, I don't need a sticky butt right now, I can wait until spring. That's the equivalent to me of saying, I don't need a seatbelt right now. Okay, because this is a safety thing. Of course, you need a sticky butt. Bad weather is actually the prime time for accidents, injuries, and falling off. A gust of wind comes, horse spooks, you don't have a sticky law, get injured, you land on ice. Ice really hurts. Okay, bad things happen in bad weather. So you need a sticky butt. You need a sticky butt now, and not just for safety reasons. Okay, because of course you wouldn't wait until spring to wear your seatbelt. But you need a sticky butt now because what to you sounds better. Okay, get a sticky butt now. I told you it takes 3 months. Get a sticky butt now. By the time spring comes, you have a sticky butt. That means show season starts. You have a sticky butt. You can start doing cool, fun things at the horse shows. Okay, you can right off the bat in spring start scooping up all those first place ribbons. Okay, because you have a sticky butt. If you procrastinate the next 3 months, that means you have to do another 3 months for a sticky butt. And then it's summertime. You've already missed half of the show season. And then blah, blah, and this happens. Life gets in the way. Okay? No. Stop procrastinating. Okay? Get a sticky butt now. Wear a seatbelt now. Wear a seatbelt now when you drive. Get a sticky butt now when you ride. Okay? Whew, man, that stresses me out. That stresses me out so much, you guys. Because it's a safety thing. It's a safety thing, really, honestly. Okay. Anyways. Whew. Bullet point number 5. And again, talking about the worst thing you could do this winter for your writing goals. Let me check the comments. Bad about procrastinating. And it's something that a lot of us do. But you know how you stop procrastinating is by stopping. Okay? You stop procrastinating. You just take action. Maybe for that person who's procrastinating, it's even more important that you sign up, that you commit. Okay? Like I said, sign up, pay that entry fee on that horse show. Sign up for the Sticky Book Bootcamp. Like, put your money where your mouth is. Commit. When you commit, you're more likely to do it. That's why I pair everyone up in my Sticky Book Bootcamp with an accountability partner. Okay, because you're more likely to succeed. Okay, if you have to jump on the call every day and tell somebody like, "Oh my God, I didn't do the thing today that I was supposed to do." You feel guilty inside for not doing it because you have to tell another person. It's really easy to cheat ourselves out of our goals because I don't have to hold myself accountable. If I put myself on a fitness plan and no one knows me, right? But if I have to call someone and be like, you know how yesterday I told you I was going to go to the gym? Well, I didn't, and I have no excuse other than I'm lazy. You'll probably make that phone call once, but I almost guarantee you're going to feel so guilty about it, you're not going to make that phone call twice. You're going to go to the gym just because you don't want to jump on that phone and tell that person, I didn't go to the gym today. Okay? So accountability, like, it works. It does work. Okay, mindset. Yeah. Okay. Bullet point number 5. And this is great because I was just talking about that. Getting out of bed every day to exercise, for example, is harder to do than just stay and watch Netflix. Okay? It's harder. It's harder to commit to something. It's harder to go to the gym, to get fit, to get a six pack, to have riding goals, to go saddle up your horse. They're covered in mud. Like, it's just so much easier to stay inside. Okay? It's easier to do nothing than it is to do something. It is. But if you set a fitness goal of working out every day for 30 days, the second you skip a day, okay, that second that you skip a day, you might have done it every day for a week. The second that you skip one day, suddenly you're telling yourself that it's okay to skip. And yes, you might feel guilty that first day, but every day that you skip after that, it's going to get easier to skip and easier and easier and easier. And you're going to come up with millions and billions of excuses of why you can't go to the gym. Okay, so it's always easier to make those excuses. It's always easier not to go. Okay, it's always easier. But that's not why we're here. Okay, you guys are here because you have goals, you have things to do in your life. You don't want to just cruise around the arena and accomplish nothing. You have things to do. Okay, and sometimes it's harder to kick ourselves in the little butt to motivate ourselves than it is to have and say, hey, get out of bed. Go and do it. Okay? I feel like once you get into a routine, you start to feel really good about yourself, and it's true. Yeah. I do remember I took a course once, and it wasn't specific to horses, but it was definitely like positive mindset. And this guy, he was talking about building habits. And he said that he set a challenge to himself to run. Okay. He's like, I'm gonna run every single day. He's like, I'm not gonna skip a day, not even Sundays. He's like, I am committing. I have to do this every single day because if I skip one day, I know I'm gonna like miss it and never get back to it. So he said, my commitment is to run every single day for 15 minutes. He's like, even if I'm traveling, I'm going to jog 15 minutes in my hotel room. He's like, I don't care, but I have to, in place, jog, run, whatever, 15 minutes every single day. And he said that every single day he would do it. He would run in place, he would go outside, he forced himself to do it. And he said every day it was a struggle, and he kept wondering, like, I wonder Like, is this going to get easier? At what point is this a habit that I don't have to keep kicking myself in the pants to force myself to do this anymore? Because he really wanted that. He's a runner. He wanted that to be his identity. Like, I wake up, I run, and that's part of who I am. But he wasn't, and it wasn't part of his identity. And he said it was around day 92. Okay, around day 92, he went out for his 15-minute jog. He ran more than 15 minutes, by the way, because once you get going, you keep going. So he did his jog, and he remembers he was walking back to his house, about to open his door, and all of a sudden he realized, huh, today I didn't congratulate myself for going on a run because it had become normal. It had become a part of his routine, a part of his life, a part of who he is. And he said, it was that moment that I knew this was a habit of mine. Like, I had developed running as a habit. Okay. That was the moment. And it took him 92 days. Yeah. Everyone's different. Everyone's going to say 30 days, days. He said, it took me 92 days. On 92, he realized he didn't have to congratulate himself for going on that run. And that's when he knew, I have that as a habit. It's with me for life now. Okay. So, yeah, it's easier not to do it. But when you do it and you build that habit and you keep that momentum going, whew, it's worth it. And I see we have somebody, I need a team sometimes to get me going. And that's fair. Human beings by nature, like, we weren't born to be independent. Okay. I know I'm an independent person, but guess what? I'm married. I talk to you guys. Okay. I have my family that I call on the phone. Like, we are by nature, we work better as a team. We do. We work better as a team. It's human nature. Okay. So saying you need a team, yeah. And that's why I do that. That's why I pair people up with accountability partners in the Sticky Butt Bootcamp. That's why, we're on the phone with you doing these momentum calls. And you know what I mean? Like, we need that. I need that. Okay. And yes, positive habits. Woo, 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 woo. Okay. Bullet point number 6. This one's not mine. This is thanks to Ellie. I want you guys to say thank you, Ellie. Okay. I just shared that jogging story. I want to share Ellie's story now. She messaged me earlier. And Ellie, I'll just read what she said. So Ellie says, the wind and the rain here the last few days has been borderline dangerous, even just walking out of the house. So this morning I got up with the mindset of, nah, I can't ride today. But she says, I have to force myself because otherwise another day is going to pass and I will have achieved nothing. Okay. So think about that for a second. Yeah, the weather was genuinely dangerous. What did I say? Don't ride in hurricanes, don't ride in tornadoes, don't ride in earthquakes. But at some point, you open that door and you're like, oh, actually, it's not that bad today, but it's still kind of icky. And it's just so much easier to be like, nah, like, what's one more day? Yeah. And then the other thing she says is, so I'll force myself to ride because then another day will pass and nothing will get achieved. And she says, once you it gets easier and easier not to bother. That is precisely what happened to me when I gave up long distance running. So Ellie, she shared with me, she used to basically run marathons for fun. Okay, I don't know, it's not my thing. But this was Ellie. She used to run marathons for fun. And she said, I didn't turn up for training one day and felt really guilty. But the next time I didn't turn up, I was less guilty. And eventually, I gave up my hobby that I previously loved. Okay, she loved running so much so that she was doing these marathons for fun. But because she skipped one training, suddenly it was easier to skip another training and another and another and another until it dropped off the face of the earth completely. Okay, so she stopped running. And that's sad to me. Okay, I don't want you guys to give up your love. I don't want you to give up your hobby because it's easier to do nothing than it is to do something. Okay, so thank you, Ellie, for sharing that. She says motivation is progressive, but so is demotivation. More so, in fact, because it's easier not to do something than it is to do something. Okay, again, these are the words of the day. These are the words of the day. Thank you, Ellie. Thank you. Thank you. Yay, Ellie. 10 points for Ellie. Okay. So I shared 6 bullet points with you guys today. I'm going to recap them quickly. I want you guys to comment the one that resonated the most with you today. And I want you to really like embody that one and take it with you. Okay. You don't have to memorize all of them, but take that one that really struck you the most and carry that with you for the rest of the day. Okay. Rest of the week, rest of the month, rest of the year. Okay. So the worst thing you can do this winter for writing goals, I'm going to recap. Number 1, stopping writing. Okay. You don't want to give up writing completely just because the weather's a little bad. Okay. So number 1, stop writing. Number 2, not having a plan or a goal to work towards. Okay. And again, comment the one that resonates the most with you. Number 3, there's 12 months in a year. Okay. If winter's 6, sticky buds 3, that means realistically, you're not going to have that much time to accomplish your goal. If you Okay, if you wait and wait and wait and you say, oh, I'll do it later. Okay, number 4, procrastination. Okay, procrastination. If that's you, maybe you need to be that person who overcommits. Okay, put your money where your mouth is, sign up for that show, like whatever it is, like commit. Okay, just do it. Give yourself that kick in the pants. Take that leap of faith. Okay, number 5. Okay, that was when I talked about how it's easier to make a million excuses not to do something. Okay, for example, go to the gym. It's easier to do nothing, but actually, it's not fulfilling to do nothing. Okay, it's not fulfilling. I know it. You guys have goals. Yeah, and then number 6 was Ellie's story about how she gave up running because she missed one training. She missed one training. And that one training turned into 2, turned into 3, turned into 5, turned into forever. Okay, maybe not forever. But she stopped. Okay, which one resonated the most with you? This made me way motivated. That's good. Numbers 2 and 4. And doing it today. Yes, good. Commit, take action. Okay, if any of you guys who are watching, by the way, if you're like, you know what, I need to do the Sticky Butt Boot Camp now. Okay, I want you guys to comment the number. Okay, I want you to comment the number 10. Okay, 10. Comment the number 10. And I will reach out to you. I like human interaction, by the way. Okay, so I'm going to have somebody actually talk to you on the phone because I don't just want to be some person on the internet. But comment the number 10, and then what we'll do is we'll book a call with you so we can actually talk to you like a human being on the phone. Okay, I think that's how you're going to succeed is by talking to a person. So comment the number 10, and I will reach out to you. I see number 6. Yes. Powerful, powerful, powerful Ellie's story. Thank you, Ellie, for sharing again. Okay, so that was it. That was the worst thing that you guys can do this winter for your writing goals. I hope you enjoyed today's live stream. Just say too, I started some new classes in our Sticky Butt Bootcamp and also for our VIPs. I'll just kind of share with you guys a sneak peek of what we're talking about in this week's classes. So Horsemanship Monday, that was today. We did confidence building exercises to do for you. For our VIPs, tomorrow is going to be Dressage Tuesday. What we're going to do, this is going to be fun, is watch an amateur rider try a Grand Prix horse that doesn't go well. And we're going to have a group discussion and kind of critique the rider a little bit. For Sticky Butt Wednesday, we're going to be doing lazy horse tips. I'm going to give you a Zafira update because my mare Zafira, when I got her, if you guys have been following her journey, they were riding her in spurs and she was definitely a bit on the lazy side, but she is not anymore. Okay, so Zafira has overcome her laziness. It's been 2 months I've had her. So we're going to talk about lazy horse tips. For Jumping Thursday, again, this is for our VIP Inner Circle. We are also going to be watching an amateur rider jumping a show jumping horse, okay, around a course. That's going to be a fun and interesting group discussion. And then for our endurance and trail class on Friday, we're going to talk about a horse bolting on a trail. And what do you do? Okay, what do you do if a horse bolts? And we're gonna watch a little video as well, and we're gonna have a little discussion. I love this topic because I've had this happen a few times, and it's really like a cool and important topic, I think. So we're gonna talk about that horse bolting. Anyways, yeah, if any of you guys, as I said, are interested in the Sticky Butt Boot Camp or in the VIP Inner Circle and you aren't already, comment the number 10, and we will reach out to you and have a chat. Okay, that's it for me today, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day and don't procrastinate. Okay, take action, commit, and stick with it this winter. And I know I will see you guys through the bad weather and we will be like superstars come springtime. Okay, so that's it, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye, everyone.